And today we are going to do one of your basic figures, which is a fan. And it starts out in basic dance position. There is a figure called a fan, and then there's a position called a fan. So we are going to do the figure fan. So that we have 2, 3, 4, and 1. And I make sure I step in the basic step with my partner. 2, 3, and then I do a little lock step away, 4 and 1. Partner does a side 4 and 1. And we are now in what we call fan position. So we did a fan and ended in fan position. Do it on the other side. 2, 3, 4, and 1. 2, 3, 4, and 1. We're now in fan position. The next thing we'll do is make a hockey stick, which is an ending to the fan. And my partner is going to do basic step on the spot. 2, 3, and wait there with his feet in what we call a compact chassé. So it's going to be right in the spot. 4 and 1. And then he's going to do a back basic, turning slightly to the right, and a lock step following the lady 4 and 1. The lady step is a little more complicated. When I finish my fan, I have to close my right foot to my left foot. It's very important that you close to change from moving backward to moving forward. Forward step, 3, 4 and 1, hands going up so I come in front of my partner, 4 and 1. And then I'm going to take my left foot and start a bit of a turn to the left, 2, 3, 4, and 1. So, two things that you want to remember is the men have to lead the hand upward. Here, 2, 3, 4, and 1. That's the one thing. And the second thing is that this is a small stepping out for the lady. 2, 3, 4, and 1. So, one of the things to remember, being Canadians, and hockey a big thing, we think this is a hockey stick, an ice hockey stick, but it isn't actually, it's a field hockey stick. And that's quite different. It has a shorter handle, and then it has a little curl on the bottom. So that's the shape that the lady is making. It's a field hockey stick. So keep that in mind so that you don't leave the man. So if you do it from this side, close, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1. The next thing that we'll do is a Cuban break. Cuban break is splitting the beats up into halves. And we'll do it from having done an underarm turn. So if I turn here, 2, 3, then we prepare what we think might be in New York, but we turn to side-by-side position instead. The Cuban break is I'm going to put my free foot in front, 2, pick up the back foot and replace it, and foot out to the side, 3, and replace, and then front again, and replace, and step. So if I do that, there are a couple of ways of counting it. You can count it in rhythmical value, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Or, simple, you can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whichever works for you. You can also do it on the other foot. So, bringing my outside foot in, I have 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Make sure that when you put your foot in front, that you don't go forward on it, and it does not cross past the other foot. It's just a place right there in front, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You also keep your knees bent. In your cha-cha, most of your steps are, when you step on them, you straighten your legs. Not in the Cuban break. You have to keep your knees flexed. Okay? Now we also have split Cuban breaks, so we can do half of that on either side from the same position. So it would be 2 and 3, 4 and 1. We do that on the other side. We would have come to a place that was just going to be in New York, and we do a full Cuban break. 2 and 3 and 4, and the other foot, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We can do instead split Cuban break, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. So we're doing this in side-by-side position, but we can also do it facing each other, so that if we were going this way, we'll go this way toward you, and we do 4 and 1. We would stay facing each other and dance the Cuban break full. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. If you're secure and you trust your partner, you can let go of the hands and do it free. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and 3 and split, 2 and 3, 4 and 1. So those are your Cuban breaks. The next figure we'll do is a Turkish towel. And you know, when you have your shower and you wipe your back with the towel. So have that visual in mind. It's a shake hands hold. And what we're going to do is the man is going to lead me up to his right shoulder with a basic step. In the meantime, he's going to move a little bit out of my way. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Notice it's a high hand, and the palms are basically against each other. Then the man will turn me just a half. It's not a spin. Turn me so I can step away. Turn me so I can step toward. Lower the hand in the back. And now she's going to cha-cha-cha behind his back. I'm going to cha-cha a little bit to the side and take my other hand. So we are now in a shadow position. I'm going to do forward breaks like New York. Partner's going to do backward breaks like hand to hand. 2, 3, changing side, 2, 3, changing side, 2, 3, and he leads me slightly forward this time. And then I do a spiral turn, which is a turn on one leg. And then I walk away like I did on a hockey stick. 2, 3 to partner, 4 and 1. Right? On the other side, we have 2, 3, 4 and 1, 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 2, 3, slightly forward spiral, 2, 3, 4 and 1. And you need to recognize that the spiral is done on half of a beat. If I show you where that is, I'm behind. And I do 2, 3, 4, and 1. I step very soon on the 1. And the second half of the 1 is my turn. So you can say one hand, if you like, and then you step through 4